Who's pissed off with Warner Brothers? Right? Who is pissed off? Who's pissed off with the media? Right? Who's annoyed at Warner Brothers? Who's annoyed with DC? The whole thing. Right? God, I started the page Man of Steel, as you know. Man of Steel fan gives hope. So many moons ago now, when that movie came out, right? I was defending it. I was defending the movie, and I thought, let's make a positive page. Let's go out there and defend Warner Brothers and DC against the haters and the biased and everything else. Zack comes on, I'm defending the life out of him. I'm defending him, he's got this and stuff, right? And then all throughout the years, right, I'm looking on the positive. I'm trying to put down the positive stuff to everything. I'm defending. And see, when you start defending everything, see, when you start defending just about every choice you make, it gets harder. It gets harder because every now and again you find out that either you're wrong or you're this, or the haters get more sort of ammo to use against you with every wrong decision Warner Brothers takes. If it's them getting involved with BVS, if it was getting involved with Man of Steel and trying to get it changed, if it was getting involved with Suicide Squad, Warner Brothers gets inside the Justice League and everything else. People behind the works, they all get changed. People get demoted, promoted, everything. And it gives you this big impression that they don't know what they're doing. And what started all this hope and positivity and people getting excited? Well, basically it was Jeff Johns and Kevin Smith. With thanks to something like DC Films, they planned a whole movie lineup. Right? They planned it all out. A Green Lantern movie, a Cyborg movie, a Flash movie and everything. The Flash, yes, that's been put back because they can't get a script. Right? So, and of course you've got Ezra Miller, of course, he's tied in with Fantastic Beasts. So, nobody at Warner Brothers has given, and I've said this many a times, and I wish I could open the door because it's getting stuffy in here because my temperature is rising. Right? So, I had all this in my head, but it's been in my head for the last 2 days. I'm going to make a YouTube, I'm going to make a YouTube, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, right? But basically, you know, everything has been bullshit, okay? Bullshit. That's the way the fans have treated, okay? Now, recently, right, there was all that talk about, is Ben Affleck Batman? Is he going? Is he staying? Is he going? Is he staying? Right? Is he going to stay? And people making, you know, people coming to the defence, and he's in rehab. He's leaving Warner Brothers with a script. He's still the Batman and everything else, right? So we put that to rest. We put the media get lost, right? This is what you call clickbait. It's falsehood. It's fake news and stuff like that, right? Then we get Henry Cavill, right? He's leaving. He's been. Then the stories about him being a diva, not getting enough money, and I made videos about that. And it says, Henry, you should be doing some of this for free. You've already got your money, right? 5 minutes worth of film, even, or one line. What sort of manager is asking for a lot of money for that? Okay. Now, Sean Connery did it for something like 5 minutes of screen time in Robin Hood. But you never took the money. That went to charity. Right? That money that you got paid for, that went to charity. But you're not in that status yet, Henry Cavill, okay? But then again, your reputation was defended because the whole website, the whole Facebook, right? Facebook came, the internet, sorry, came to your defence, and everybody was in uproar. People were saying it broke the net because Henry Cavill's no longer Superman and everything else, right? Fans are flocking and support the Zack Snyder cut. Now, here's the thing, right? So an article which just came out from Variety stating that the Flash movie's been put back, okay? And then there's a wee line underneath it that's talking about Batman and Superman. Warner Brothers doesn't have really a plan for them. There's nothing, nowhere near any sort of plans to making any more films for the two top guys any time in the near future. They may be drizzling, you know, they may be sort of slowly moving Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill out of it. Again, clickbait bullshit, all this stuff about sources and whatnot and rumours and everything else, but that's the stuff that we've got to put up against, because we're waiting for Warner Brothers to come out with some sort of statement, which they don't, because they have no idea what they're doing themselves. They have and as I said in many videos before, that they need a team that can correspond to put bullshit to rest and give the DC fans something they can hold up high and say, this is a website that we believe. But no, they're too busy with DC streaming service. We don't want the DC streaming service. I couldn't give a about DC streaming service because most of it is not reaching of all the countries in the world. What the fans are interested in is getting movies. We're interested in the big movies because we're sick of Marvel fans somehow having the higher ground and saying, aha, look at you can't be in a state, those people, those characters are unrelatable, Marvel's here and everything else, maybe you should sell to Disney. Disney won't. This is the sort of stuff that we're putting up with, right? And lo and behold, I'm sort of agreeing with it, because I certainly believe that Warner Brothers should sell DC Comics. Even so, not to Disneyland, well, not to Disney, God no, even sell them to Fox, okay? Because guess what, Warner Brothers, right? Fox or Disney, even Disney, right, made movies, they made bad movies, right, but they just kept on hitting them out. There was no animosity behind the scenes. It says, right, that one didn't do good, that one didn't good, we'll fine tune it as we keep going, we'll keep on putting them out because there's a big fan base there, right? Zack Snyder had a 7-movie idea, right? He had a whole arc, and he was using these DC characters to tell them, big ones, right? But no, you had to get involved. You were the executive business of Warner Brothers, right? No, they wanted something to match Marvel, which was a huge, big mistake, because this director could have created his 7-arc movie and then could have went from there. Now, I know I may be contradicting myself from previous videos. It's because I've slowly had enough. Because I know deep down if there's any... Now, there's no sort of... There's evidence to say this article was rubbish. Not about the Flash, but about Batman and Superman. Because we've all seen news about Ben Affleck leaving Warner Brothers. Leaving Warner Brothers with some sort of script. And we also know that there is a Batman trilogy on its way. Right? So, there is a Batman movie coming soon. But no, there isn't Superman. Why is there not Superman? I have just seen the season finale of Krypton. That is your movie right there. Right? Not apparently on Krypton, but there's a Brainiac spaceship. There's the planet. Right? There's the inside. Now, this was done on a TV budget. Okay, TV budget. We also have all these writers that have been doing comics for the last 60 years that's been putting out animated movies that were fantastic. Right? Great stuff. What are you saying? Why are you being so choosy with film scripts? Okay, you jumped in and you're making films like Suicide Squad 2 and there's a big mix-up with Birds of Prey, because you're using the same sort of script, and I've mentioned that in a previous video. But I'm seriously, I am annoyed. Warner Brothers doesn't seem to know what to do with their properties, right? And the proof's in the pudding, right? There is no sign of a Superman movie, okay? And all this clickbait article stuff saying that they want to remove Ben Affleck and Superman, or there's no sort of movies coming out with them in it. They're going to get another Batman. I'm sick of that whole conversation of Batman. Warner Brothers should come out and say, Ben Affleck's Batman, we're going to do this, right? Because a couple of years ago, you gave us all that hope and confidence that you had all those movies coming out. You know, Kevin Smith, Jeff Johns, you can find it on YouTube. You had a whole lineup of movies that you were going to make for us, and they've all disappeared. They've all disappeared, which means you have got no idea what you're going to do with the fan base. Let alone, I went on Amazon the other day and I've seen all these movies, all these animated movies, DC animated movies, all coming out in DVD pretty soon. Right? Why am I saying screw the streaming service? Because the movies bring people in. They get people excited. I know more people now that only buy Marvel movies when it comes to superhero movies. I see more and more Marvel superheroes and kids' playpens. Beg the question that we should really start considering, you know, changing our tune when it comes to who should these movies be for, because I really want my kids and the next generation to appreciate them now and pass them on and get the vibe for DC going. But right now there is nothing. Yes, there's the Aquaman movie. Yes, there's Wonder Woman, and there's Shazam. And they're all, and people are now saying, oh, I'm not interested in Aquaman because it doesn't feel like a Zack Snyder movie. It's not dark and gritty. I will go arm's length and say, I don't care if it's not Fallen Zack. And I've said this in the other video, I am just peeved off. Right? We want movies, Warner Brothers. We do not want Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Now let's face it, right? Despite what you think about Justice League, okay, it let the majority of the fans down. Because we never either got the end of it or that the film wasn't taken as serious. Some people comment on the wee smile that was like only lasted for 2 seconds of Henry Cavill. Now he can belittle it as much as he can with a moustache, but that's some of the lasting impressions. Even my partner mentioned his lips were all wrong in that. And then you've got the Batman smile that people seem to have a problem with. That is the legacy of these two great actors. That is what they're leaving. You do not want to leave it like that. What you want to do is get Ben Affleck back on board in the Batsuit, Henry Cavill in the Superman suit, when you have these two great actors with two great bodies. But most of all, Warner Brothers, you have got to ensure the fans and everything else that you know what you're doing. Now, when it comes to selling, yeah, I would sell it. Sell your DC comics, right? Look at Marvel. Marvel was going bust. Disney comes in, right? Buys it up. And now it's one of the top franchises there is. Now, it's film, Infinity War. No matter how much we argued, no matter if it went 10 years, it still made billions of money. Our Justice League never did. The most iconic heroes in the world hardly met the finishing line. Venom did pretty good despite the critics. But whatever critics say about these DC movies, not one of them has proven the critics wrong. We could argue about BVS, of course, but again, never made a Great Showman. Yep, that you could clearly say that proved them wrong. Venom constantly is making big money. Right, Sony. Maybe we should sell some of the some DC to Sony. That is how annoyed I am with Warner Bros. Because most of the time you go onto the website, right, on any forum, you will get millions and billions of fans or whatever saying the DCU is dead, and also the other thing you'll hear saying is Warner Brothers always steps in and ruins the DC franchise. And you could see that when they did with the Batman films with Michael Keaton, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Okay, they stepped in there and they changed that around. Don't even talk to me about Superman 3 or 4 with Christopher Reeve. Warner Bros. Just can't seem to have that amount of faith in their directors, even though the director has got a 7-year plan to tell an epic story, whose films may go down in history as being a cult movie. And now we talk about a Zack Snyder cut. And to be honest, that Zack Snyder cut and the Justice League movie, and the Justice League movie is the only thing we have. The Snyder cut, I think a lot of fans feel that is going to be the end movie. That is going to be that is for them after the Snyder cut. Half of the fans saying that's it for DC, or you know, they feel like they never got their Justice League movie, and this is why they're crying out for, you know, they never got the movie for their favourite heroes, and they got it, and why, and Warner Brothers just somehow has a niche around people's necks, and they can't just come out and say, Snyder Cut exists. We can't give you any more Ben Affleck, and that's more of a reason to have the Snyder Cut, because we want Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill to have that movie. We want all those characters in that film to have the movie that they saw and that all of them say was 10 times better than what we got. So listen to your fan base, Warner Brothers, because believe it or not, you're losing a big majority of it. I'm already closing my page. I've left Facebook because I was sick of the bullshit. And I've already left my page to other people because you have crushed my hopes. I might even actually start changing the name of the page before I officially leave, and change this YouTube from DC Fan Gives Hope to DC Fan Needs Hope. Just Warner Brothers, get your act together. Get some sort of game plan in your head. We thought Walter Amada was coming in to save the whole system, but they totally underestimate the value of a Batman and Superman movie. You ask any DC fans what they would rather have, and I bet you it'd be another Batman and Superman movie. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments. Sorry about my rant. It's been building up for some time. Thank you.